All right, so the Flyers, they're kind of treading water right now, but they haven't lost that playoff spot, that third spot in the Metro, because it feels like nobody else really wants to step up and take that role or reins right now. What do you make of the Flyers? And we can throw their schedule up here. It is not going to be easy down the stretch. They've got a very, very tough schedule. They've got Toronto, Carolina, Boston, Florida, the Rangers. I mean, you name it. These are all playoff teams and legit contenders here in the East. How do you think the Flyers play out here in the final couple of weeks?
This is the test for the Philadelphia Flyers, and having played for John Tortorella, this is exactly what he was saying to the group all along. We're going to have to play a hard game. We're going to have to be intentional. We have to be disciplined. We have to be willing to do the little things. And quite frankly, that's what the Florida Panthers did down the stretch last year. That's how the Florida Panthers were able to get in. We know that this team is younger. They're on their, on their upswing as the Flyers, Bobby. But I got to tell you, for the most part, they've done that. They need to do that now down the stretch to give themselves the best chance.
They need to exactly do that. They need to go into Toronto and bang bodies and see if the Leafs want to play that kind of game.
Yeah.
How much do the Leafs need those 2 points compared to how much the Flyers need it? And we will see very early in that hockey game. And then they move on in that tough schedule. But they don't mind adversity. I think they're relishing it. Do you think Tortorella doesn't relish it? These guys are looking forward to it. I think they have to play and win the special teams battle as we go along. Konecny started to play shorthanded this year. He's got 5 shorthanded goals.
Yep.
A lot of teams can turn games that way. They've had issues in the goaltending for many reasons, but with Ehrhoff there right now, is he going to be able to carry the load from here on in? He's had quite a load here, Weeksy, for a young goaltender. It's going to be really interesting to see if he can stand on his head for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, they're going to need that. They're going to need that because they get that on Carter Hart. That's what they were getting.
Yep.
So we know that he's unavailable right now. He's no longer with the team at this point. With the leave, I think the biggest thing that for them is knowing that, right? So you've got Ersson. He's now playing more, and I like him. I've seen him up close. I've had a couple Flyers games with him. The key now for them is saying, hey, we can't be loose. We got to manage the puck, number one. Stay out of the box, number 2. And number 3, let's play the same style we've played when we've been on our A game this year that you just alluded to. If they do that, they can hang around because you're going to have to scratch some points out here. These aren't going to be clean wins. You're winning games 5-2. You're going to have to scratch some points out, get to OT. And to do that, that discipline is going to be essential to them right now.
Who would have thought, though, here we are, March 18th, and this Flyers team that coming into the season was a rebuild, retool, whatever you want to call it, and they're third right now in the Metro. And then come trade deadline, and we talked to Danny Briere at the Stadium Series, and we said, hey, your team's in it. Does that change the dynamic, whether you're buyers or sellers? Nope, big picture, we're still selling. We want to be playoff team for many, many years to come. And here they are, still in
They're
the
still
thick of
in it, but it's an 82-game slate. And you got to finish it off. There's other teams that are sitting there 4 points back, 5 points back. You slide it all, you're out of it. That's why it's 82 games. They've accomplished nothing. They can no longer rest on their laurels. There's no, you don't get anything from coming back into a game. No moral victories, as Tortorella said, coming back and losing 6-5 in their last outing. You got to move on and you got to win games.
Yeah. Here's the one thing, too, that we haven't touched on that has impacted them, the trade of Sean Walker. Because Walker and Sealer were one of the best defensive pairs 5-on-5 this year. And quite frankly, in any situation, blocking shots, killing plays, getting zone exits, and Walker's departure has kind of reshifted that blue line a little bit. And as you said, same with the absence of Jamie Drysdale and his legs, his skating ability to skate pucks.
Yeah, they were hoping that he could just grow with that young team.
Yeah.
He got injured again. It was a couple years ago. It was the labrum, and this one here this year. So you don't like to see that for young prospects like Drysdale.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, let's put you on the hot seat.
Yeah, do they get in?
Do they get in? And if they don't, who gets in place of them?
All right, take your time on this board right now, okay? I say the Flyers get in.
Okay.
But if there's another team that's not in right now, you're asking me who it's going to be. I say it's going to be the Washington Capitals.
Okay, but you're saying the Flyers are in, so the Caps are out.
So so then that.
Are you hedging,
the
or
Metro. No, but I'm just saying if there's a team that can get in, and it's not the Flyers, it's the Caps.
All right, but you're saying the Flyers are.
I got them as a lock. I have to stick to my pick.
Hey, I respect
I said
it.
that 3 weeks ago in Philly.
I don't know if they get in. I think the Islanders get in somehow.